Welcome to the IHWAP standards, an introduction to the standards. Let's take a look at our learning objectives. The first is a definition of the standard. The second is why do we need standards. The third one would be organization of the IHWAP standards. And the fourth would be to identify the key sections of our standards. So what is a standard? Well, the IHWAP field standards are considered technical standards. But what's a technical standard? A technical standard is an established norm or requirement about technical systems. It is usually a formal document, just like our printed booklet is, that establishes uniform engineering or technical criteria, methods, processes, and practices. So there are different types of technical standards. One would be a standard specification, two would be standard test methods, three would be standard practice, four would be standard guide. So, a standard specification. It's an explicit set of requirements for an item, material, component, system, or service. So this details materials for the most part. It's often used to formalize the technical aspects of a procurement agreement or contract. An example might be IHWAP section 21231 detailing spray foams. What about a standard test method? What's this? Well, it describes a definitive procedure which produces a test result. It may involve making a careful personal observation or conducting a highly technical measurement. It's a lot like doing an audit on a house. So a great example of that would be IHWAP section 31213, or measuring worst case depressurization. So a standard practice then would be defined as something that gives a set of instructions for performing operations or functions. So it's a set of instructions. A great example would be IHWAP section 3133, direct vent sealed combustion appliances. It tells the technician exactly how to do a cleaning tune on a 90% condensing furnace. Well, what's a standard guide? A standard guide is general information or options which do not require a specific course of action. An example of that would be IHWAP section 211, thermal boundary, which tells us what a thermal boundary is and how it's important to weatherization. So why do we need standards? Well, we need standards to establish safe products and practices, reliable products and practices. We need them to help establish good quality, how we can measure that quality. We also need them to help improve communication between parties. And lastly, standards help to facilitate contracts and agreements so everybody knows we can agree on the same thing. So our standards are organized in the following way. First is the chapter header, for example, 400 section, mobile home standards. And after that comes the chapter sections, for example, 411, mobile home furnaces. What we've done is we've added an extra couple of digits, so from 400 to 411. Below that are chapter subsections. Now we add a fourth digit in there, for example, 4114, ductwork for mobile home furnaces. And then beneath that would be chapter subsection focuses. For example, 41144, duct leakage standards. So this establishes the standards for leakage of ducts within a mobile home. So what are the 6 chapters of the standards? The first one is chapter 100, the diagnostic standards. The second one is chapter 200, the architectural standards. Following that is chapter 300, the mechanical system standards. After that is chapter 400, mobile home standards. And then after that, chapter 500, health and safety standards. And lastly, chapter 600, which are just appendices with extra information for some of the other sections. So take a moment, open up your standards, look at the table of contents, and you'll see listed underneath one all the sections, the subsections, and the subsection focuses. If you want to find specific information, all you need to do is go to the table of contents first, and then from there, open to the page that might be relevant to the topic we're looking at. So thank you very much, and good luck. Weatherizing.